What's up, everybody? This is Whiskey in the Six. I'm Rob. Doing Ancnoc 2001. Alright? This is from Ancnoc Distillery, and it is bottled in 2015. I acquired it in a trade, a half bottle trade. I can't remember exactly what I dished off, but really nice stuff. Ancnoc was one of the first scotches that I was able to try back in the day when I was pretty much exclusively a Canadian whiskey and bourbon drinker. We're talking about 13 years ago now. So in Canada, the legal drinking age for most provinces is 19, Ontario being one of those provinces. And when I was 19, 20, I used to drink Canadian whiskey mostly, some bourbons, and we had a cottage. Every once in a while we would bring something different. And that summer I brought, I think it was probably at least 12 years ago, I brought an Ancnoc. It wasn't this one in particular. I can't remember which one it was, to be honest with you, but I remember really enjoying it. I remember seeing that it was 46% and it said natural color on it and it said unchill filtered, and I thought those were cool words, interesting words. I didn't know much about that, but years later I've come to appreciate such important words. And this is all those things. Not chill filtered, natural color, bottled at 46%. And it is, if I'm not mistaken, a Speyside distillery, but I cannot see that anywhere here. And it's eluding me at the moment. I believe it's a Speyside, but I could be wrong. You guys are gonna tell me in the comments below. Other than that, I do know that this is some Spanish oak and some American oak. They took various 2001 barrels, and in 2015 they decided to put them together and bottle this lovely dram. Really nice stuff. I'm using my Millstone single malt whiskey glass sent from me to me from Duncan 43 on Snups. I won't give his real name, but that's his Snups name, and super cool guy. He sent me 2 of these bad boys along with the trade we made. So thank you, Duncan. Okay, so definitely leans more to the American oak in my opinion on the nose. You do get a touch of sherry in there, probably some second fill. It's not overly light. It's a natural color. I mean, it's not overly dark, but it's also not overly light. It's somewhere in between. Definitely dominates as a ex-bourbon aged scotch though. So I'd say there's probably some Spanish oak in here, but not much. And all those things you would come to expect from an ex-bourbon. So you got your vanilla, you got your lemon, a little bit of caramel in the background. A lot of citrus with this one. Okay, on the palate. Sweet, almost sugary. It's got like a icing sugar type taste to it. Reminds me a little bit of some of the recent Glenfiddichs that I've tried, but at 46%. Although I will say you can't really tell that it's 46%. Possibly because I've been drinking a lot of cask strength whiskey lately. I recently, like I showed you guys, acquired this one in a trade, and it's phenomenal. I don't care what anybody says. I know I'm a Macallan fanboy, but it's really good stuff. I can't wait to review that. I actually have a sample of the last batch of Macallan cask strength. Okay, I got this from Jeremy He writes for Toronto Whisky Society. So I'll be doing this sample with the Macallan Classic Cut side by side, just to tell you guys what the differences actually are. But I've already reviewed the cask strength, which you guys can see the review in my archives. So have a look at that. Really, really nice stuff. There's not a lot wrong here. I personally, if a distillery is mixing some Spanish oak into the fray, I prefer a little bit more, but there's nothing wrong with this dram as far as a 14-year-old whiskey, 46%, natural color, no added, non-chill filtered. I'm gonna take one more sip and give this bad boy a mark. Now, Peter White is the one that I traded this. I traded for this, and I can't remember, like I said, what he gave, but he gasses all of his bottles when it is to his liking. So could be right away, could be a little bit further into the dram, and I'm assuming he gassed this one. So I don't know how long he's had it for, but when I got it, it was a little higher than this. I've taken a couple drams out of this, and I haven't gassed it since. And I would say it's probably in its money spot right this minute. It's just under halfway through the bottle. Sweet. I don't taste any peat, so I can't imagine there being any peat in there. But really, really nice. Got a nice maltiness, not overly malty. Maybe it could have been a little bit more on the malty end, but I'm being finicky here. I'm gonna give this an 88. I think this is an A for me. All right. Really nice stuff. I would definitely buy another bottle. They're pretty reasonable. You can get the newer editions, the 2002 or 2003. I think there's a 2003. I'm not 100% sure yet. But I do know that there's a 2002, and I saw it for around $90 on Master of Malt. That's a Canadian price, so the conversion. So you're looking at a lot lower than that, probably around 46, 47 pounds. I think in Alberta I've seen it for in the 80s, but I could be wrong. Not expensive, really, really good dram for what you're getting, especially if you lean towards your ex-American oak type scotches. All right, so that's the one for you if you like that kind of thing. Okay, so that's an A for me. Really, really nice stuff. Good stuff. I want to show you guys this one. This is part of the VIP Cava fan group. We were able to purchase a membership to Cavalon. So it's a Cava fan membership, I guess. And for being part of the group, we were given this ex bourbon cask Solist. Pretty excited about it because I've never tried an ex bourbon cask Solist from them. I've tried pretty much all the other ones except for this one, the port, and the brandy. So looking forward to this one. The membership was $250 American, not the bottle. The bottle was just an add-on. So obviously with the membership comes different privileges. I know there's companies out there that charge big amounts for just the membership and don't give anything as a reward for being part of that membership or being a member. We got the bottle, we got a glass, and we got a sample of this stuff right here, just in case we don't want to open our bottle. All right, so that's what that is right there. And it's got the nice little logo on it. All right, I'll be reviewing that in the days to come. I think my next review though is gonna either be this Springbank 18 or the Compass Box Hedonism. And then when I'm done these two, I will move on to basically a bunch of Macallan to cap off the year, as well as my top 6 whiskeys of the year. All right, so it's gonna be a pretty active month of December. I hope you guys are ready for it. I'm excited for it. You guys can also check me out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Patreon. A few guys were asking me some questions about Snups, and Snups is that company that I keep talking about, that app. All right, I will answer a whole bunch of questions probably in the video where I do the Springbank 18, which is gonna be on Friday. Okay guys, cheers.